Y'all. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Greetings, y'all. Greetings. I'm gonna wait till a couple of people come in here, y'all. Again, y'all, I'm bringing all this stuff forth, man, so we won't be deceived. You know, man, many of my brothers are deceived, so God is simply back so we won't be deceived. That's why God is a for sure God, and He have His counsel out, so we won't be deceived. He have His food out, which is the Last Supper, so we won't be deceived. We can be nourished with the Father's nourishment, which is simply for show information, y'all. Like, man, that's what God is, y'all. And like, man, we must understand that. As I try to tell my people, when y'all say somebody's coming out the sky and y'all literally believe that, you're a blaspheme God, because you're saying God can't do the former works that He did with all other prophets. That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. But you know, man, when y'all say all those things, man, you know, let's get it, brother. That's what I'm about, man. Pushing this truth, y'all. We just steady bringing for sure counsel, so we can't be deceived, man. You know, it's deception, y'all. We all, as a group of people, y'all, are very, very powerful when we together. But we all waiting on something to come back to bring us together. Turn it down.
It's in the headphones. Never mind.
So we all waiting on something to come back so we can be united. And I'm just here to show y'all all the counsel is back. I did the video last night about how we didn't make money. We haven't been chasing money, y'all, for 100 years. We really been chasing money these last 30 years. They have tricked us into chasing money, thinking that is our redemption, y'all. Money ain't gonna make it, y'all. It's truth that really gonna unite us. Because once truth get here, y'all, the world that's in front of us will be destroyed. So we will be able to put all this stuff aside that we think is valuable and attach ourselves to the things that are truly valuable, like our brothers and sisters. They are more valuable than money. Money is a promissory note, but it wasn't a promise for God. The promise for God is truth. Alright. What we really need to do is unite, y'all, is drop everything that you have. Anything that you can't take with you, you just need to start getting away with it. We need to start coming back to the South. Now, I want to tell y'all something about the Louisiana Purchase before I get started. The Louisiana Purchase, y'all, was a land purchase because of New Orleans. But the Louisiana Purchase went all the way up to Canada. So Louisiana just wasn't Louisiana, y'all. Louisiana went all the way up to Canada. That was the Louisiana Purchase. But Louisiana was purchased because the Mississippi River runs through America, y'all. So if I wanted to bring slaves through, I could simply bring them through New Orleans, and I could take these Jews and drop them off wherever I wanted on the East Coast or on the West Coast. I could drop these slaves off coming up the Mississippi River. So when we think about Louisiana, y'all, like I tell y'all, this is a powerful state. And we think about the Jews, which we simply don't know our captivity. And we just think about Louisiana, period. This is a powerful state, y'all. So a lot of stuff we hold on to, we need to get rid of. Like I tell y'all, a lot of people you don't need the car that you're driving in if you work 6 days a week. Because you are simply paying a car note and you paying insurance just to go to work when it's much cheaper to catch the bus. But we too lazy to get rid of all these things, y'all. And that's why, y'all, I'm just here for sure information to let you know. God back, the Christ back, the Messiah back. All this stuff we've been waiting on to so-called unite, because deep down we know what it takes to unite, y'all. Man, 50 years ago, y'all, we was making 75 cents an hour. 50 years ago, we was making 75 cents an hour. So what has changed? The money? No, it's the deception that we are simply living, y'all. So I'm gonna be reading out a different book tonight. You know, and like I got up there, the Joseph story. Joseph was a man, just like Moses was a man. But Joseph had this wonderful dream, which was a prophecy, y'all, which was a fulfillment. And for all those who don't know Joseph's dream, and like I tell y'all, the truth is in a story. And when you tell a story, you can easily tell a lie. So by them putting the truth in the story, it's a lot of hidden messages and a lot of hidden information in the stories, y'all. But I'm just going to go to Joseph's dream. This was because Joseph had two dreams, but they was the same thing. But I'm just going to read the dream he had in 9. I'm in Genesis 37 and 9. It say, then he dreamed still another dream and told it to his brothers and said, look, I have dreamed another dream. And this time the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars bowed down to me. So he told it to his father and his brothers. And his father rebuked him and said to him, what is this dream that you have dreamed? Shall your mother and I and your brothers indeed come to bow down to the earth before you? So Joseph had this dream that his father and all his brothers was going to have to come bow down to him. But this Moses story now, but this not Joseph talking, this Moses book. So this ain't Joseph's book, but again, Moses is teaching us the things that he taught when he came down off the mountain. So these are stories that for teaching. That's why you must take the spirit out of them. So this is simply the Joseph story that's going on today. Nobody's coming out the sky. The Father has chosen certain people to raise them up since they was in the womb of their mother, and in the womb of this earth to raise them up to be anointed men to unite our brothers and sisters back to him. Just as he always did through Moses. Just as he always did through Isaiah. And again, y'all, I'm not bringing this for worship. I'm bringing this to show you truth. So you won't be deceived, because you also have to become an angelical being. That's why Christ came to give crowns. Christ ain't come to be worshiped. He came to crown you so you can also receive the same glory and receive the same praise that he is receiving from his Father. That's what Christ came back for. To anoint other men and give them a crown, which is the same glory that he has. So this is simply the Joseph story that's going on today. Because again, the Father's word was going to be revealed in the last days. Now I took you to Genesis. I'm finna take you to Matthew before I go into this other book. Now let's go to Matthew 25 and 31. The Son of Man, because the Son of Man is simply Joseph. Because Joseph was sold to Egypt by his brothers. We put in captivity because of our forefathers. The same story Moses told us in Genesis. So we turn to Matthew 25 and 31. It say, when the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the holy angels with him, he will sit on the throne of his glory. I got to read that again for my slow people who can't catch this. It say, when the Son of Man comes in his glory. Now, when Joseph had the dream, he had the dream of his glory. Because he had a dream that the Father was going to choose him. And it say, and all the holy angels with him. And he will sit on the throne of his glory. All nations will be gathered before him. And he will separate them one from another, as a shepherd divide his sheep from the goats. Now, when Joseph's brothers came to visit him, which all the nations had to come visit Joseph because it was a famine in the land. Now, in the story, y'all, we read it was famine of bread and water, which is simply the word, because the Father said he's going to send a famine in the land, but it's not going to be with bread and water. It's going to be with the hearing of the word. But Joseph was the only man that had the word, y'all. So if you wanted to eat, if you was thirsty, as Isaiah tell us, all those who are thirsty, all those who are hungry, come sit at the table and eat for free at the table of the Lord. So Joseph had the Last Supper, y'all. As we know, Christ come and bring him the Last Supper. Joseph had the Last Supper that everybody had to come to and get. This was also a man raised up like Moses. For all my people that's got this, man, earthly teachings about somebody coming out the sky, y'all, I'm just here to clear your mind and show you the real. It's up to you to accept it. You know, because my glory and those who are in this form that the Father has put them in, their glory don't come from nobody on this platform. Their glory don't come from Facebook. Their glory don't come from men and women. Their glory come from the Father. So we don't do this for glory for y'all. But I'm in a book called I can't say this word, y'all. It's called matter of fact, I'm gonna show it to y'all. I can't say it, but it's called the Tri-Party Tractate. The Triple Party Tractate or Tactic. But it's a book out of the y'all. I done tore all my books up. But it's a book out of this, if y'all can see. It's called the Genetic Teachings. And this is what it called, y'all. I think y'all gonna see this backwards. But that's what it's called. I can't say these words, y'all. If y'all got the, I know y'all probably don't have the book. But if y'all do, it's called the Triple Party Tractate. I'm just finna read a couple of chapters out here and explain to y'all and break it down just to show y'all that, man, the Son of Man is back, y'all. So accept the counsel or be at peace with the Father. I just hope you know. It say, he in whom the Father dwells, and in whom dwell the members of the all, reveal himself first to the one who had lost his faculty, to see and show himself to those who wanted to gain vision, by shining forth with the perfect light. He first filled him with inexpressible joy, made him whole and completed, and also gave him that which came from each of the eons. Now Joseph did tell you that the Son, the Triple Party Tractate. No, it's the it's TIRPARTIE. I'll type it up there for you. My bad, y'all. Y'all know I ain't with the TRIP. I'm putting in a comment for y'all, just in case y'all wanted to go read it yourselves. That's only fair, right? Very great book, y'all. Very great book for those who are wise. Now, if you can say that word, be my guest. I can't, y'all. All right, the Tri-Party, but that's the book I'm reading from, y'all. And it don't have a head, or chapters or anything. It just have headings. You know, so it say, and also gave him that which came from each of the eons. So as we know in Hebrew chapter 1, it say the Son was made a little greater than the angels. Now Joseph was made greater than his brothers and his father. So Joseph was made greater than the angels. That's why in his dream he say the sun, the moon, and the 12 stars will bow down to him. So it say, for this is the nature of the first joy. Now, when Joseph got that dream, that was the first joy he received from the Father, because the Father revealed this to Joseph. Man didn't reveal this to Joseph. A book didn't reveal this to Joseph. The Father revealed this to Joseph. And that's what gave Joseph joy. It say, he also showed him in invisibility, a word designed for understanding, and gave him power to detach and dispersal from himself those who were disobedient to him. This is how he showed himself to him. So when Joseph was sent to Egypt, Joseph didn't really complain. Joseph asked why, and the father revealed to him why he had done these things to Joseph. Just like we should be doing. We should be asking the father why I'm in captivity. And if you ask the father why you're in captivity, he's going to reveal it to you. If you are chosen. It say to the ones who had come into being because of him. However, he revealed himself in a form beyond their comprehension. That's why when his brothers came to see Joseph, they didn't know who Joseph was. They couldn't comprehend who was Joseph. They couldn't comprehend who their brother truly was. But that's why Joseph had to reveal himself to them. So this all going on today, y'all. The son is revealing himself to his brothers. This is the Joseph story. But it's up to you to recognize. Because you are seeing God. God is a spirit. It say, he came to them as a flash, revealing himself suddenly, and then withdrawing, like a flash of lightning. So it always say the Son of Man gonna be like lightning in this day, huh? He put an end to their mutual entanglement through this sudden revelation for which they were unprepared and which they did not expect, since they had no knowledge of it. Now, a lot of people, y'all not expecting the so-called Jesus, this myth we have been given, to be walking the earth in the last days, just like we read about. But we are actually seeing just us walking the earth the same way we read about it, because we are reading a script. That's why the word is going to become flesh. So the flash of lightning is, all of a sudden, the Son of Man was going to appear to put an end to everybody's entanglement with the web of lies. It say through this revelation. It say for which they were unprepared. A lot of people was unprepared for this day. How many people was prepared to see the Son of Man right now? No, because we have been prepared to see a movie event. We have been prepared to see things blowing up. We have been prepared to see somebody crack the sky. The artificial intelligence of these things, and not the reality of these things, or how they would truly happen. It happens, it's real. What happens in real? That happened to me. So it say because of this, they became afraid and collapsed, for they could not bear the shock of the light that came upon them. The revelation was a blow to both of the two orders, the sun and the moon. Those who belong to the remembrance, however, who have been named small, since they have a small idea that something higher exists before them, had shown in them an anticipation that what was higher would reveal itself. How God gonna reveal itself, y'all? The same way Satan does. With Hollywood, I tell y'all, Satan set up stars. So the same way Satan set up stars, God set up stars. They not Hollywood stars. They not stars of Molech. They not football players. They not basketball players. They not R&B singers. They not rappers. They are simply the stars of God, and they come ministering to you. So just like people send songs to you and you love that song, God messengers come singing a song to you. You gotta love the message. Just like you put a CD in and bob your head to the song because you like the song, the truth is a song. You must bob your head to it. You must vibe with it. You must dance to it. but it's the Father's song. Be careful of Satan music. It say, for that reason, they greeted his revelation and bowed down before him. I gotta read this again. It say, those who belong to the remembrance. What is the remembrance? The remembrance that God had remembered the people that he put in slavery. Joseph was in slavery, but the Father remembered him. So it say, those who belong to the remembrance, those who belong to the seed of Abraham, to bring you out of slavery. However, who have been named small, since they have a small idea that something higher exists before them, has shown in them an anticipation that what was higher would reveal itself. For that reason, they greeted his revelation and bowed down before him. They became convinced witnesses for him and acknowledged that the light that had appeared was stronger than their opponents. Joseph told you, all y'all gonna bow. The sun, the moon, and the 11 constellations. Now we hear this thing about every knee will bow and every tongue will confess. Joseph's story. The Genesis story that Moses taught us, because these are the information that Moses got when he got up off the mountain. Moses now was talking about no history. Moses was talking about the teachings and the revelations of the last days. So Joseph is a revelation teaching that's happening today. But we can't see it because we've been told the what? I want to hear y'all say it. A story. If you're telling a story, you are telling a lie. I'm not telling the story. I'm telling you the truth about the story. So that's how they change the truth, y'all. They put it in a story. More rare. If somebody tell a story, what they saying?
A field.
What you call a field?
A lie.
Oh, she called it a field, y'all. She all these different words. They call it a field, a story. But if you telling a story, you're telling a lie, man. As simple as that, y'all. Like, so we are living in the Joseph story today. As Jeremiah tell you, your leader will be one of your own. Their ruler will rise up from amongst them. Joseph rose up from amongst them. Moses rose up from amongst them. Jeremiah rose up from amongst them. The Father don't change, y'all. I don't want you to be deceived. You don't be deceived, y'all. It say, those who belong to the imitation, however, were exceedingly frightened, for they had never before heard taught that such a sight could exist. I always tell y'all, show me the perfect man. Show me the perfect man, I take my crown off and give it to him. But I bet you won't find him, because you're looking at him. Therefore, they fell down into that pit of ignorance called outer darkness, charcoals, Hades, and the abysses. He placed them below the order of those who belong to the remembrance, since it had been shown to be stronger than they. So those were found worthy of becoming rulers over the unspeakable darkness as their own property, and the lot that fell to them. This is what he granted them, so that they too might become useful for the economy that was to be, and of which they were oblivious, did not know. As he tell you in Revelation, those who overcome, I will give them rulership of the world. That's what Revelation tell us. That's all we read in this book, y'all. The stories, the teachings, they don't change. No matter what book you're in. I'm in the Geognostic teachings. That's giving me the same teachings that the Bible teach me. But if you don't have the Spirit, you can't connect these stories. I told you, I can give my daughter, me and my daughter, we were just reading scriptures together. She read them just like these brothers come on here and quote them. She read them the same way. But she don't have the spirit to interpret the story, which are scriptures. So she can't tell you nothing but what the scripture says. So a lot of these brothers, they're on a level of my 9-year-old daughter. That's what level they on. The book, I can't say the word, sister, but I did post it in the comments. I'm gonna pinpoint the comment for you. I pinpointed the comment so you can see. I can't say that word, but that's that book right there. So, and this is coming out of the, I got it out of this book, y'all. I got the Geognostic Teachings. But y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, these books, y'all, you know, just like everybody got the Bible, who got truth? Everybody got a Bible. Who has truth? So no matter what book you get, you have to have the spirit. Because the books of the earth, you know, the books of not of the spirit. The spirit comes from God. So if you got the spirit of God, then you can read these books and interpret it. But a lot of brothers don't have the spirit. They have an earthly mind. They have just earthly, so they can't read these books and interpret it like this, y'all. It's just no matter what book they have. You know, so, well, obviously, it say, thus, there is a great difference between the revelation to the one who had come into existence and then had become deficient, and the revelation to those who came into being because of him. For to him he revealed himself inside him, being together with him. As Jesus tell us, when you see me, you have seen the Father. These are these last days talks, because the book is nothing but a scripture. Y'all didn't hear this man say this, but now y'all hearing this man say this. So which one you gonna believe? The living God or the dead God? Because God is a living God. The dead God is simply the deceiver. That's the dead God is. All these prophets in this Bible dead. So when you tell me you're going to listen to the people in the book, you blaspheme God, because you're saying God can't raise nobody up. God's spirit ain't that strong no more. Oh, God can't do that no more. God too weak to do that again. God did that already. God can't do it no more. He ain't going to raise nobody else up. Everybody raised up in the book. That's a dead God. That means we serve a living God. So the God we serve is always among us. We got to have the holy eyes and the holy ears to see and hear. That's why I say, bless those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. It didn't say bless those who can read and write. It never says that. Because the Spirit don't teach you how to read and write. The Spirit teach you how to live holy. The Spirit teach you how to walk holy. The Spirit don't teach you how to read. The Spirit gives you understanding. The Spirit open your eyes. But the Spirit don't teach you how to read, y'all. That's, you know, I'm just going to read it again and say, for to him he revealed himself inside him, being together with him, sharing his suffering, revealing him little by little, making him grow, raising him up, and finally giving himself to him to be enjoyed in a vision. To those who were on the outside, however, he revealed himself in a leap and a blow, and the wind, and then withdrew immediately without letting them see him. I'm just trying to show y'all, man, how the Son is going to be revealed, y'all. I'm tired of my brothers really, man, being deceptive, man. I really want y'all. I don't know really what to say, y'all. I just hope y'all getting the counsel, man. And the bread gonna continue to be broke down till it's not no more bread to be broke down left, y'all. We're breaking this bread down in small fragments. That's why we're going out these many different books. That's why we're taking our time to teach out of the books of Isaiah and Jeremiah, which are your two major prophets, which are simply your two witnesses of the book. Jeremiah and Isaiah is your two witnesses of the book. You Facebook this dude, Leon Lambrew. What about him? Keon Lambrew. What about him? And y'all, if you have any other brothers on here that you feel is a real leader, please send them our way. Send every brother who y'all feel is a leader or a great teacher. He should be able to unite with me. Because I can promise you I can't unite with him. But if he can't unite with me, it's no truth in him. There's no truth in him. I'm telling you like this. But you said Keon Lambert. What about the brother? What about the brother? Because y'all, you got to understand, man, Christ is going to make other Christs. Christ not going to be the only one speaking. Like Farrakhan now, they the only one speaking. Ain't no more Farrakhans. But Christ is supposed to make other Christs. Christ made his disciples with a script. His disciples able to cast out demons just like he was. So it should be 100 Farrakhans standing up speaking the same message. If Farrakhan in Chicago, he should have 6 other Farrakhans somewhere else saying the same message. So we can all unite. But this is what these so-called leaders are not doing. Everybody want to be in one seat. Everybody want to be called rabbi. He is the Lionite. What you mean by that? Adam or Bach. And that's another thing, bro. A lot of Hebrews call themselves a lion. Oh, I'm King Kong. I'm not a lion. I don't eat flesh. I don't destroy flesh. I'm King Kong. I put everything in order, and I eat leaves off trees just like a King Kong, the gorilla. The real king of the jungle. The lion is not the king of the jungle, y'all. You know, our brothers, the Moors, the Assyrians was lions, but we not lions. You know, we not lions, y'all. I know I'm not. That's why Joseph came, man. I'm not, you know. But y'all, man, it's many things I could bring out this book, y'all, but man, I'm not gonna even. But any questions, y'all? Any questions about anything I read, anything I went over, y'all? Like, everything is here, y'all. You know, God is calling a lot of people. But it say many are called, few are chosen. Because the only people that's going to be chosen are the people that really give up what you're supposed to give up so God can choose you. God can't choose you if you still hold on to things. God not going to choose you because you can't serve 2 masters. And that's why I'm bringing out these secrets about money. Money ain't been around here no 100 years. Money just came on the scene in the 1950s. That's when money, the promissory note, was around. They took our gold, and they took our gold because we was going against God. We were sinning against God. So our gold was taken from us. So this is why these people was using silver coins. This is why these people was using gold coins. That came from us. But when they got us all over here in the 1900s, then they was able to turn everything into paper money. And paper money didn't really hit to the 70s. That's when the paper money came on the scene. But then we was dealing with nickels, pennies. That's why stuff called the nickel, stuff called the dime. Because we ain't have no paper money, y'all. So what you chasing, money? So how money gonna be your master when God been here since the foundation of the earth? God been here. Money ain't even been here 100 years. So you gonna choose money over God? So God got a right to cut you off then. Because you're going to choose something that haven't been here that long over God. Because a lot of people master is money. So I still give Caesar what's his because I got to pay. I got a little girl, so it's some stuff I have to do to give Caesar what's Caesar's. But I promise you, I ain't got to chase it like I chased it because I found my mind now. But when I was a zombie, when I was dead, I was just steady chasing them. I thought I needed this. I thought I needed this. I thought I needed this. That's like a lot of people paying a cable bill. What you paying a cable bill for? When television telling lies to your vision. So you paying a $150 cable bill for what? What you watching on TV? Because all the TV stations are owned by the people that have enslaved us. All TV stations are owned by these people. So why are you paying a cable bill? Why are you giving cable $100 and some a month? For what? God, see, when God counsel comes, God not gonna teach you that. So God not gonna have mercy on you if you are doing those things. Why God gonna have mercy on you when His counsel out for you not to do those things? And everybody be like, God know my heart. No, you don't. Because God, if you knew God, you wouldn't do those things, because God gonna come with a counsel that's gonna make you get rid of those things. That's why you're gonna have one master. And if you serving two masters, then God is a jealous God. And you can't put nobody before Him. So that's where all that stuff come from. So y'all like, you know, man, y'all, we must see and understand, man, that what's real, y'all. And I'm only gonna take all my time, man, and only do so much. Everything you just read, being objective, and check out his video message. Everything you just read, be objective. It's like you talking around the board, brother. You saying this is the actual brother that I need to go check out? Is that what you saying? I don't know. Cause when I get off here, that's what I'm going to do. If you tell me to go check somebody out, I'm going to check them out. So I just want to make sure if that's, you know, and matter of fact, if you got the inbox me the information, if that's what you're talking about. I'm just trying to clarify this with you, because I don't kind of get what you're saying. So y'all, this is the Joseph story, man, that we're actually taking a part of today that a lot of people don't know. All nations, every tongue will confess. Every knee will bow. Put my soul on it. But my brother still on here? You still on here, bro? I'm just trying to make sure if that's what you're saying. I definitely go check the brother out. It's no thing with me, man. And any other teachers that y'all know of that's on this level, y'all, or feel like y'all, even if you feel like they're on a higher level than me, let me know. I'm going to check them out. My brother I don't know what the brother's saying, but it looked like he was talking around the board, man. When people go to, I told y'all we got all 7 eyes. The brother say, everything you just read, be objective and check out his video message. I guess he must be talking to somebody else. I don't know. But y'all, that's basically what I kind of really want to touch on, man. Any question? But I want to read somebody Enoch, something I just turned to, y'all. Because I told y'all Enoch is another book, y'all, that's the 7th generation from Adam, which is the generation that was going to receive rest. So the generation that was going to receive rest, the Father was going to reveal his secrets to that generation. Us. Just us. Just us, the Father was going to reveal his secrets and mysteries to. And I'm finna show you how that was Joseph. See, the secrets got revealed to Joseph, not Joseph's brothers. So that's even Joseph's father didn't get these secrets that Joseph had. Because remember, Joseph had the dream. And Joseph told the dream to his father. Then his father rebuked him like, man, Joseph, I don't know. But his father did keep that in mind. His brothers hated him for that. But Joseph was the 7th from Adam. But I'm in Enoch 24. I'm in the 2nd book of Enoch. 24 and 3. Well, let me start. I'm going to start at 24. I'm going to start at 1 and 3. It's saying, the Lord called me and said to me, Enoch, sit thou on my left hand with Gabriel. I made obstinate to the Lord. And the Lord spake to me, Enoch, the things which thou seest at rest and in motion were complete by me. I tell thee now, even from the first, what things I have created from the non-existence, and what visible things from the invisible. Not even my angels have I told my secrets, nor have I informed them of their origin. nor have they understood my infinite creation, which I tell thee of today. Now, as we can see when we read Joseph, y'all, Joseph's brothers did not understand Joseph. But Joseph understood his dream from the day he dreamed it. Because when Joseph dreamed that vision, he understood that his father, his brothers, and the 11 constellations was going to be subjugated to him. Because he was the one that was going to receive rest. So when we read this Joseph story, you can't read it in the story. Because if you read the story, you're going to receive the lie. But if you read the Joseph so-called story in the spirit, then you will get the spiritual teachings of how Moses talked in the spirit and how he showed us the revelation of God that he received on the mountain when he went up and talked with God in his mind. That's all you get now. Like, I don't know how simple I can make it, but that is what you are getting. So none of our forefathers received the secrets that we are receiving. As I always tell you, we are greater than our forefathers. Another reason to show you. The seventh generation from Adam, which is the 70 years, the last generation, going to receive greater secrets than our forefathers received, or we're going to know greater things than our forefathers ever came to know. We are that generation. That's to show you how special you is. So that's just to show you how special you have to be. And your specialty is your angelical form that you must tap into and walk in this life. Destroy your flesh, come into your spirit, so you can put your angel wings on and fly away from this world. Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. So the Bible is the basics to help you destroy your flesh so you can leave this earthly plane and enter heaven. And you will come back down to a new earth. I'm just trying to help you understand, man. I don't. So y'all, if I ain't got no questions, I'm just gonna read a little bit. Man. Enoch 33, y'all also speak of they got 7,000 years, but man, that 7, y'all, is Hebrew language. Them 0 zeros, man added the 0 zeros. But the 7 is what we need to pay attention. 7 days, on the 7th day, God rests. 70 years, 7 days, the 7-day tribulation. This, but the pen and paper, y'all, is really what confuses us, man. But any questions, y'all? Any questions? I'm finna read some out of Enoch. I'm just finna read a little bit, y'all. Then I'll be closing with these last little bit I'm reading if I don't have a question. But Enoch 42 and 10. I'm going to read all the way to 14. It say, blessed is he who turns from the unstable path of this vain world and walks by righteous paths which leads to eternal life. Blessed is he who sows just seed, the just man. How to get rid this flesh in becoming the spirit. Well, I like to always tell people it's 3 things that's going to help you be a part of the resurrection. The first thing is change the way you think, which means you have to think on the spiritual plane. And thinking on the spiritual plane is leaving your mind hollow so the Spirit of God can be poured down in your mind. So that's the first step into destroying your flesh. The second step is how you treat others. Now, how you treat others can be tricky because as the Father going to do, He's going to separate you from a lot of people. So you're not going to be hanging around people just because they are so-called of your household. You're not going to be hanging with people because they are so-called your co-workers. You're not going to be hanging with people because they are so-called your friends. You're gonna be hanging with people that's gonna help you grow in the spirit. So like your sisters who go over scriptures, your sisters who read the book, your sisters who seek knowledge. Those are the people you're gonna hang around. Those are the people you're gonna treat dearly. So that's how you change the way you treat people. And the people that don't really go over scriptures or don't seek knowledge, you're not really gonna deal with those kind of people. So that's how you're gonna change the way you treat people. And your third one is change what you eat. So you're gonna simply change your food for thought, which means you're gonna change what you're listening to. You're gonna begin to change your music. You're gonna begin to change the stuff you watch on TV. Because your ears and your eyes are the window to your soul, which is simply your mind. So what you see and what you hear is gonna be your food for thought. So if you constantly looking at lies all the time, that's gonna be your food for thought. If you constantly listening to eyes, that's gonna be your hearing for thought. So all those are your spiritual food for thought. And also you're going to change your earthly diet. You must become vegan to be a part of this spiritual truth. We must stop eating dead body parts. You cannot eat dead body parts and call yourself receiving life from the Most High. The Most High would not give you life if you are eating dead body parts. And that's why this generation is waking up to a dietary law. But we have the dietary law with the bread with yeast. We don't have the real dietary law. See, we have this generation is being misled and misguided with false teachings. So we must stop eating dead body parts, y'all. This is very important if you want to be a part of the spiritual truth, y'all. It might seem simple. But a lot of people say the Most High gonna kill you if you eat a pork chop. No, the Most High gonna kill you if you eat dead body parts. You're not supposed to eat pork chops, but you're not supposed to eat animal flesh at all. So those are the three things, sis, we must change to destroy our flesh. The way we think, the way we treat people that's in the spirit, and what we eat spiritually and physically. Your food for thought. That's why Christ is coming back with a last supper to give you the correct food for thought so your mind can be on God and not on the deceiver who control the world. And I'm telling y'all, I've been vegan for 5 years now. I'm from the South, y'all. I ate it all. I barbecued. I did it all. I ate it all. Ain't nothing you probably can name that I ain't ate. But once I found out, the only way I'm gonna become stronger, smarter, and faster if I stop eating the flesh. And that is your true connection, y'all, to the spiritual side that we must enter, because we're all a part of creation. We're supposed to give direction to the creation. We wasn't put here to kill creation. We was put here to give direction to it. That's why we're supposed to be upright. But y'all, that flesh is what's gonna kill a lot of people. Because I know right now it's a million brothers out there saying the Most High gonna kill you if you don't follow dietary law, which is truth. But what dietary law? And we must get rid. Y'all, we really will destroy America if we stop eating flesh as a group of people. America will be destroyed just like that. Their economy will fall. Their stores will go bankrupt. Because a lot of people don't know the tobacco industry. These people that was controlling tobacco, the cocaine plants, your coke boys, they took over the food industry once America was taking over the world. The food industry was taken over in the 60s or the early 40s. And they began to change many things to destroy what? The Jews. So, sis, I'm glad you're able to receive that spirit of truth, but those are the three things for anybody else. You must be a part of resurrection to do those three things. Three things. Change the way you think, change the way you treat each other, and change what you eat. Then you will be a part of resurrection. So I say, blessed is he who sows just seed. He shall reap sevenfold. Blessed is he in whom it is the truth, that he may speak truth to his neighbor. Blessed is he who has love upon his lips, and tenderness in his heart. Blessed is he who understands every work of God and glorifies the Lord God. For the works of the Lord are just, and of the works of a man, some are good, and others of evil. And by their works, those who have worth them are known. Enoch instructs his son from another man. But any more questions, y'all? Any more questions? I'm just going over some stuff I have highlighted, y'all, and see if it do resonate. See if it resonate with y'all. Oh, I gotta give y'all this one. Because everybody talking about the 7th day. Now we also say the last day. But when we say the last days, we don't talk about one day. So why when we say the 7th day is one day? But the 7th day is set apart from all the rest of the earth, which these last days, y'all, if y'all can't tell, these are set apart. We're separating ourselves every day. So we are being separate from people. So this is a separate day that's actually taking place tonight. That's why I try to get my people to see everything in the spirit. So let's say Enoch, 2nd Enoch 67 and 6. It say, walk, my children, in long suffering, in humility, in spite of calamity, and insult, in faith, in truth, in the promises, and sickness, in abuse, in wounds, in temptation, in nakedness, in deprivation, loving one another, till ye depart from this world of sickness. Then ye shall be heirs of eternity, y'all. Now I just told y'all, what's going to help you leave this world? The spirit of truth. The spirit of truth will help you leave this world, y'all. And once you leave this world, you will come back to a new world that the Father has for you. But you must be connected to the Spirit. It's the only way. So it say, blessed are the just, who shall escape the great judgment. And they shall be 7 times brighter than the sun. In this age altogether, the 7th part is separated. Now the Sabbath day is supposed to be separated from this world, which it is. We are being part of this separation today. Those who have the eyes to see and those who have the ears to hear. And it say, now concerning the light, the darkness, the food, the sweetness, the bitterness, the paradise, the tortures, the fires, the frost, and other things, I have put all this down in writing, that ye may read and understand. Because y'all, these are parables. When they talk about paradise, when they talk about tortures, when they talk about fires, when they talk about frost, all these are parables, man. Like, these are parables, y'all, and this is what we must understand, man. So, y'all, I just want to give y'all some edification, man. Again, y'all, I come on here with stuff that's undeniable so we can see truth. Man, so much stuff I could tell y'all in this movement. But y'all, with that being said, man, if I don't have no questions, y'all, I'm finna slide on out of here. Any questions, y'all? Any questions? Any questions? Anything that I went over or didn't clear up, y'all? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So with that being said, y'all, I'm out, man. I hope the Father has circumcised y'all heart and ears for the message, man. I'm peace. One love. I'm out, y'all.